हेलो स्टूडेंट, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। आज हम इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स अबाउट लिटरेचर के बारे में बात करेंगे। यहाँ पे विच पोएम एंड्स विद आई शैल बट लव दी बेटर आफ्टर डेथ, हाउ डू आई लव दी। विच पोएट इज कंसिडर्ड ए नेशनल हीरो इन ग्रीस, लॉर्ड बेरोन। ये जो यहाँ पे पॉइंट्स हैं ये लिटरेचर से हैं। Which kind of poem is Edward Lear associated with? Nonsense. Next point. Which kind of poem is Edward Lear associated with? Nonsense. In Coleridge's poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, where were the three glance going? I bedding. Next point. Harold Nicholson described which poet as very yellow and glum, perfect manners? T.S. Eliot. Next point. What was strange about Emily Dickinson? She rarely left home. Next point. Which poet laureate wrote about a church mouse? Yeatsman. Next point. Who wrote about the idyllic Isle of Innisfree? W. Yeats. Next, a pattern of accented and anakind syllables in lines of poetry matter. The repetition of the similar ending sound rhyme. Next point, applying human qualities to non-human things personification. Next point, the repetition of beginning consonant sound alliteration. Next point, the comparison of unlike things using the words like or as simply. Next point, using words or letters to imitate sound onomatopoeic. A poem that tells a story with plot, setting and characters. Narrative. Next point, a poem with no meter or rhyme. Free verse. Next, a poem that generally has meter and rhyme. Lyric. Which influential American poet was born in Long Island in 1819? Walt Whitman. Next point, in his poem Kipling said, if you can meet with triumphant disaster. Next, what is the earliest surviving European poem? The Homeric epic. Next, what is the study of poetry, meter and form called? Prosody. Next point, Shakespeare composed much of his plays in what sort of verse? Iambic pentameter. Next point, who wrote this famous line, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Shakespeare. Next point, from which of Shakespeare's plays this famous line, did my heart love till now? Forswear it, sighed, for I never saw a true beauty until this night. Romeo and Juliet. Next point, what is a poem called whose first letter of each line spell out a word? Acrostic. The Cambridge School refers to a group who emerged when the 1960s. Next point or last point, which Welsh poet wrote Under Milk Wood?